Hello, welcome to another episode of my Final Fantasy Record Keeper playthrough. As you can see, I did finish the Crystal Tower for December now, and it's a little bit late, but again, I was out of town, so I'm just barely trying to catch up on all the events going on. And of course, it was December, so it was a lot of events. So I'm just barely trying to catch up, but I did finish Crystal Tower right here. I guess I should do this. Okay, and the final boss is again Bahamut, Final Fantasy X's Bahamut. It says the special score: more than three of your members cannot be defeated. It uses strong fire, ice, lightning, and water-based attacks. It ignores all of its attacks, ignore defense and magic defense. So basically, I think Protega, Shelga, and even Sentinel is useless. So that means you just gotta break the living crap out of it. Just use breaks and breaks. And it says that until its HP reaches a certain amount, it will only use Ultimate Apocalypse Mega Flare. And it is fast, so you just gotta keep up with the healing and the breaking. And it only uses Ultimate Impulse twice, but its Ultimate Impulse does HP damage. It does decent damage, but it also dispels all your your buffs, and it ignored like accessories, defenses. Now, as you've seen the video, if you see the tiles on the ground, it will use impulse, because there's one tile, there's like 4 tiles, and before it reaches the line of the tile, like right in the middle, a little bit after the middle, before it reaches the tile, it will use ultimate impulse on the first tile, and then it will use it again towards the last tile. So you can kind of pause it on the video, on my video, to see when exactly it will use impulse. So that way you can kind of what do you call that? Kind of estimate when you can actually start using your buffs again, because you want to use them as soon as possible, so you take less damage. So that's what I kind of did. I kind of anticipated the impulse, and I used the buff, and I did use Grace, which increases Spirit for my healer to keep up with the healing, because again, he does use constantly Apocalypse Mega Flare, and it does do a lot of damage. So I kind of anticipated its Ultimate Impulse, and I just started buffing up again with that. Again, you can just like pause the video, and you'll see like just look at the tiles on the ground. You can kind of figure out when it will use Ultimate Impulse. So you can kind of anticipate it and start the buffs before he even attacks with Ultimate Impulse. All elements do half damage. You can break it and you can reflect it. Again, it's all about the breaking. All of its attacks ignore defense and magic defense, so all you can do is break. Okay, and I do have I did use my Earth team this time, because again, Ingus Sane does have Last Stand, so I wanted to use that. Menfida was there for the magic break, because Ultimate Apocalypse Impulse is Apocalypse Mega Flare is a magic attack, I think, and she's also there to heal and to buff. Ingus, again, I did get his burst, which helped, and his Last Stand. Maria, because she's a badass. Her burst is very strong, and she does have Grace, which I use it on Yashtola so her healing will increase. Ketchi, which is his real name. Now, I always used to call him, back in the days, I used to call him Kate Sith, but actually his real name is Ketchi. But anyways, he does have his Soul Break, which decreases by big effect attack, magic defense, and magic defense, and it does regen. So I decided to use Ketchi and this one as a debuffer. So I do use his Soul Break, and I do use these two abilities, Break Fever and Smash Jirba. Again, Break Fever decreases everything, and Smash Jirba decreases attack and magic by big effect, but only for a short time. And I do have this Materia, because I want to use his debuff as soon as possible, and his Soul Break and Magicite as well. And Yashtola just there for the healing. And I do have Faith right here, but I didn't really get a chance to use it. Again, there's really no time because Yashtola just busy. She's way too busy with the healing, like that. Again, I am using a Earth-based team, so my Magicite is increases Earth-based attacks. I do have Shell Dragon to, do Earth in Peril. I did need a little bit of luck. I did need a Ashitola to heal twice, once in a while, and luckily I did get it, so that helped a lot. But other than that, again, you just gotta break the living out of Bahamut in order to survive. And again, I did use Grace. I don't know how it's called in the English version, but I used Grace on Yashtola so she can increase her healing. Yeah. Again, Ketchi came through this time. I used his Soul Break, and which does regen as well, so that kind of helps with the healing and as a debuffer. My Ingus does have Ace Striker, because again I wanted to get his chain up as soon as possible so I can have a Last Stand up ready. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Again, I don't think Sentinel is useful in this battle, but I did use it, force of habit, but again, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, but anyways, that was it for my for the Bahamut battle. Alright, so again, sorry for the late uploads. Again, I'm just trying to do everything because I did take a long break I did go back home, so I'm just trying to catch up with everything else. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please tune in next time, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please share this video, especially with those players who are playing the Japanese version of Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It will help them and me a lot. And of course, don't forget to, watch the video. And again, my suggestion is to pause and to check where actually he uses the ultimate impulse. That way you can kind of anticipate and start your buffs before he actually uses it. That way when he uses it, you already have the buff queued up and you don't waste no time. Okay, anyway, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.